What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the shop. I hope you're all doing well. Now I've just added a new miter saw to the shop. Well, it's new to the shop. It's actually a used miter saw. So yeah, I hadn't intended on buying a miter saw just yet, but this one was the make and model I was after. It popped up for a bargain price online and I had to go and get it. I couldn't pass it up. So let's take a look. I'll take you through it. I'll show you the features and functions of it. I'll explain to you why the guy sold it. And yeah, it's a pretty decent miter saw. It's intended, I suppose, towards the professional market. But let's have a look. New tool day. It's always a good day. Right guys, this is it. This is my new miter saw. This is the Bosch GCM 12 SDE. Now it's called 12 because it's a 12-inch blade or 305 millimeters. It's a pretty big miter saw, I have to say. It has a pretty big depth of cut and length of cut. Depth of cut is 120 mil or 5 inches. Length of cut then is 16 inches or 400 millimeters, and it achieves that by its kind of unique drive system. So from the motor, it's belt driven to here, and from here down, it's chain driven. And this chain is at 90 degrees to the belt, which clears up all this space in here. So when you drop it down, you can see you have nothing impeding your cut here. So you have it 120 millimeters right up into here, which is a nice little feature of this particular saw. It's 1400 watts or 2 horsepower. It's twin tube system, that's standard enough. It's a twin tube sliding miter saw. It's dual bevel, so it will bevel left and right. I'll get in close and show you all that stuff now in a minute. But it is heavy. This thing weighs 30 kgs. That's a pretty heavy saw. Just to carry this thing on your own is pretty heavy. And that's the reason the guy sold it. The guy that I bought this from, he was working, he was a carpenter working on apartment blocks. And moving this thing around apartment blocks was killing him. So it's perfect for a workshop, so it's perfect for my needs. It's going to stay on its stand. I'm not going to move it around too much. But yeah, if you had to carry this around site all day, or if you were moving locations on a site, maybe this is not the saw for you. It's deadly accurate and it has a massive depth of cut, but it weighs a ton. So yeah, let's get in closer now and I'll show you all the various features of this particular saw. Right, let's start with the deck or the bed of this particular miter saw. There's a nice few cool features on it. The fences are fully adjustable and pretty easy to remove. I'm just short this fence on this side. The guy I bought it off is going to send it on to me. He just hadn't got it on the day. He couldn't put his hands on it, but there is 2 fences, and like I say, they are fully adjustable and easy to remove if you want to get them out of the way. You can extend the bed then as well, left and right, just in case I loosen these 2 screws here. The angles, you have all the way out to 60 degrees on this side, all the way to 50 degrees on this side, and you have indents then all the way between, which locks up positively. So you have all your major angles: 45, 31.6, 22.5, 15, and back to 0. And the same out this way: 15 degrees, 22.5, 31.6, and 45. And it locks up solidly, and all those angles are bang on. I've checked them. And this saw is accurate and precise, so it's quick and easy to use to get to all your angles, and you can stop it at any angle you want along the way. You don't have to go to those detents. Just move it out, twist the handle to lock it down, nice and simple. Loosen it up to move it back around to 0 degrees. So yeah, that's a nice fast function. Again, positive lock up, it doesn't move, and the angles are spot on. So let's have a look at the bevel system now. Okay guys, let's look at the bevel system on this particular saw. Again, really nice and easy to use and has some great quick use features. The handle to release it is just here. Snap it forward and it will bevel all the way over to 47 degrees, both left and right. You have your 0 stop, which is right here, so you know that you're back to 0 degrees. If you want to bevel to the right, just slide that out of the way and it will bevel all the way over. Another unique thing about this is these turrets. You have these turrets both left and right. They're quite similar to the ones you might see on your router as depth stops, but these are for your angles. So you have 4 of your most used angles. You have 22.5, 33.9, 45 degrees, and 47 degrees. So if I want to just bevel this to the right to 45 degrees, set it to 45, pull that out of the way, drop it over, and there it is, straight to 45 degrees. So nice, quick and simple, and that works both left and right. If I want to go to 22.5 degrees, twist that around and just drop it onto 22.5 degrees. And so nice, quick, simple and easy to use. It's a nice little system. What else can we see on this side then? Yeah, So if you're interested in doing some trenching or we want to use a depth stop, we have that here too. So we can set it with this screw here. So that will give us our full depth of cut. If I engage this guy, it stops the screw, and whatever height I adjust that to then, it will stop my blade above my bed. So if you saw my last video when I was doing the picnic tables, I'll put a link to it up here somewhere. I was doing half lap joints, so I was taking an inch out of the 2-inch boards. So this is set to a depth stop of 1 inch, so I can run multiple cuts through that half lap joint and just tap it out with a hammer, which is very, very handy. It's very, very handy to have a depth stop or a depth stop on a miter saw. It just speeds the whole process up big time when you're doing those half lap joints and things like that. It's very, very handy. So yeah, let's go look at a few more features of this saw. Right, just a quick look at the left hand side of the bandsaw. Again, you can see we have our third system on the left hand side too. You can clearly see the degrees here. So whatever you want to set it to, drop that over there. You can see your degree indicator here. Again, you have your 4 major angles. So nice and simple. Our lock for our saw then is here. Just snap him in, locks him up. Lock your sliding carriage here for when you're transporting it. Same as most or chop saws, miter saws really. So nothing too special here. This is just your shroud and your dust extraction here. It has the Bosch quick couple on the back, but it'll also accept a standard shop vac. Dust extraction is not bad. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's hard to extract dust and get everything off any miter saw, you know. So it's good. It's not bad. It's not great. It's a miter saw dust extraction. Even with my big record power dust extractor at full whack, it still kicks out a bit of dust. There's not really much you can do about that. It's a miter saw. It's very open back here. You know, it's like trying to extract the dust from a bandsaw. The way the bandsaws are set up, it's very, very difficult as well. Like, so yeah, not much more to say about that. Let's have a look at this saw in action now, and I'll show you a few more features and functions. Right, here's a quick look at the laser system on this particular saw. Switch it on there. So you can see it uses 2 lasers, which gives you the width of your blade or the curve of your blade. So you just need to set this line to your mark and it will cut right to your mark exactly. So you can see the width of your blade here, which is very, very handy. It's a nice feature. Some guys don't like the laser, they prefer the shadow line, which is kind of like a really bright LED, and it gives the shadow of the blade onto the timber. If you're working outdoors, or if you set the saw up outdoors and it's in sunlight, it is hard to see the laser. That's one disadvantage of using the laser, but I like them because I'm always in a workshop really when I'm using my woodworking tools, and it is very, very accurate, and you can see the width of your blade, so you can see exactly what you're cutting. So that's another nice little feature there. So yeah, let's go cut some timber. Right, there's just a quick 90 degrees. One thing I really like about this, it's a newly sharpened blade, so that blade is only after coming back because it's been sharpened, but you can see just how smooth it leaves the cuts. That is silky, silky smooth, and no tear out or anything like that. As for our 90 degree joint then, you can see how that matches up. There's no gap whatsoever. It's a real clean cut. You wouldn't even put that on a jointer and get it better. So, and we're bang on exactly 90 degrees there. I can hold this together, get it up to the camera without too much fiddling. There we go, it's exactly 90 degrees, and you can see just how clean that line is there. If you were to clamp and glue that together and sand it, you almost wouldn't see it. which is exactly what you want. So a super clean cut and extremely accurate. Hopefully that's in shot and not just halfway off the camera, but there we go. Nice. Right, just a quick look at the stand then. There's not too much to say about it. It's the Bosch GTA 2600. It goes out to 2.6 meters, that's the 2600. It folds back down to just over a meter. You have one adjustment on the back right hand leg here, so just your height, just to level it up and make sure that it's stable. So on rough ground you can just adjust it a little bit more. It is good and sturdy. It's obviously you're not going to be swinging out the thing, so yeah, it does the job. So it just clamps on with these two handles here, so just loosen them up and you can click it straight off. It can be locked onto it as well, adjustable just with these knobs here. Slide it in, you can drop these up and down as well for when you want to take it off site and pack it away, throw it in the van. I won't be doing that, it's going to be staying against this wall in my shop. So yeah, that's basically the stand. Right guys, there you go. That's my new used Bosch GCM 12 SDE Mitre saw. Again, it popped up online with the stand for less than half the price of a new one. It's the saw I wanted for the shop, so I couldn't turn it down. Just means I have to go hungry for a couple of weeks. No big deal. If you are a carpenter and you're looking at this particular model, all I'd say to you is its biggest advantage is also its biggest disadvantage. Its cutting capacity and size is fantastic. So if you can set it up on site, leave it in the one spot, maybe your first fixing or your roofing, it might be the ideal saw for you. But if you're second fixing, if you're moving through an apartment block, if you're doing floors and you need your mitre saw beside you all day and you're doing lots of small different cuts and you need to move it around with you, it's 30 kilos, it's bloody heavy, so maybe look for a smaller chop saw or mitre saw, might suit you better. But for a workshop, it is ideal. It's very accurate and everything lines up and it does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is absolutely fantastic. And you get super clean cuts on it and super accurate. So yeah, any questions or comments, guys, leave them below as always. If you want to know anything else about this saw, just ask. I'll do my best to answer the questions. I'm just about to hit 300 subscribers on the channel too, which is fantastic. So there's 300 lunatics out there who like listening to me talk and ramble on about tools, which is, I don't know whether to be concerned about that or happy about that, but yeah, there we go, guys. New mitre saw in the shop, ready for some future projects that are going to be coming up. As always, take care and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck.